Glauz.
Glauz. Gauze?
Britt Glauz.
Glauz.
Gauze.
Britt Glauz.
Really? Is it?
It was.
I did not know that. That should be your name.
What's up, dental peeps? It's your girl Irene here with Tooth or Dare podcast. Hold on to your suction. It's about to get slippery.
Britt Glauz.
That's
Welcome
me.
to the Tooth or Dare podcast.
Hi.
Well, welcome back to the Tooth or Dare podcast. Wait, have you been on my podcast before? No, I've been on yours.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think because, I know I've come to, conferences and then we sat and, put on the headphones and everything.
So you came to CDA and you helped me do sound check
Oh, that's what
for
it was.
when I was about to record with Cupcake.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Chris
From The Bachelor,
Strandberg
yeah.
from The Bachelor. Yeah, so you sat down with me, but we didn't actually record.
Yeah.
But I was on your podcast. Congratulations, 75 episodes.
Thanks. Appreciate
Woo,
it.
woo. I find it cool that you are releasing episodes in a series.
I mean, not
Was
so
that the
much
vision?
No. Honestly, I'm at the point now where I kind of just do it when I can, and I
Yeah.
don't really have a set schedule, which maybe isn't the best way to do it, but that's just
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
a one-man band, so
Yeah.
I just post when I can now.
Yeah.
But yeah, before I was trying to keep on a schedule and everything, but no, now it's just
Schedules are meant to be broken.
Yeah, mine's really broken. No schedule.
My schedule, I was like that too, but then I brought people in.
Yeah.
I started to ask for help and pay
Yeah.
for help.
Yeah. And I could see that. I
Yeah.
could see putting them out regularly if I had that, but I'm still editing my own stuff. It's a lot.
Yeah. If you need some editors, I got people.
All right.
They're
we'll
not
talk.
expensive either.
Okay.
Yeah, I pimp out my people to everyone. I'm no gatekeeping here. The
Yeah.
goal is that we're able to put stuff out there to help other people. So, if you
Yep.
need any advice.
100%.
There's so many things that I want to talk to you about. Since we last spoke, your followership has changed. You're putting out more intentional content that helps elevate our clinical profession, but you do it in a super lighthearted way, which I love. How do you stay motivated, and how do you decide to put something controversial up and then give 0 Fs of what
Oh.
people might say or think?
I mean, I do give some Fs. I definitely
How many
do.
Fs out of 100?
I don't know. I do care, but at the same time, I worked really hard to become a hygienist, so I understand the importance of prevention and all of that. So I don't want to be afraid to post something that I know is true.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like I can't let fear get in the way of people getting upset with something that I post. But at the same time, when I am posting, I try my absolute best to make sure that it's, based in fact, and I researched it before. I don't want to put misinformation out
Yeah.
there and all of that. So I do put there's thought behind it.
No, I didn't mean that
but-
there's no thought
no,
behind
no,
it. But I mean, you'll post something and just dead ass say the
Yeah.
statement. And
yeah.
not everyone does that. I don't do that because Canadian guidelines are very different for marketing. I can never post anything about a patient. I can't post anything about running a business. We're very strict in what we can post. So I'm very careful that all of my messaging is only to dental professionals, and it can't be anything patient related. I could lose my license for that. You guys in the U.S. have it so much easier on the guideline side. But yeah, so how do you what's your current passion project?
Educating the public about prevention and the connection between oral systemic health, while also trying to advocate for our profession. But I think the main focus for me right now is trying to also encourage other creators to start creating content, because we need more, not just hygienists, but dental professionals talking about prevention and the importance of the education behind it too.
Yeah. I was talking to Bethany earlier today, and she's been doing quite a bit to advocate for that. They started this cool new foundation, not a foundation, but this program to help push content out to the public that I didn't even know was in need. But it's true, because it's this spider web effect. So you have insurance companies that are dictating the reimbursement rates, and then stuff's not getting covered. So then clinicians are just either not doing it or not billing for it. And then the insurance companies are like, oh, well, I guess this code's not being used. So I'm just going to discontinue it or make it not be covered. And then that's taking away from all of this preventative care. It's great that you can speak to the general public and educate them that these are the things that you need. I feel like we have our hands tied. Like I can never do that. Like I can never go on Instagram and be like, hey, patients, you should be getting an extra oral exam from every single one of your
That's
providers. I can't. So if you look at all of my copy, all of the posts, everything is like DP, all dental professionals.
Mhm.
We're so masked. Even my podcast, like saying this is probably going to be frowned upon because there's an opportunity for the public to hear it. But who's going to download a dental podcast and go to minute 5:57?
But it's like interesting too, because like being a creator in the U.S., like I have no idea. I mean, I have heard about that, but I think most of us have no idea about any of those types of like rules and regulations.
Yeah.
So like
It depends on the state board. So you guys have state boards, we have colleges. So the College of Dental Hygienists of Ontario is who gives me my license and can remove my license. They're advocating strictly for the general public. So they have no interest in helping dental hygienists. They're there to just advocate for the general public. So they put out marketing campaigns against us to make sure that you're like, they did a marketing campaign, and I'm sure they spent so much of our money about how to report your hygienist if you feel that they are providing malpractice. Sponsored Facebook, Instagram posts using registrants cashish.
for that. Wow, that's hard.
Isn't that wild? I'm going to send you one the next time I get it. And I got it. So I was like, whoever did this behind the Facebook meta, like, did not know how to target audience, because my Instagram should not have even been a target. So you paid $6 for whatever that click was.
And it went to you.
And it went to me.
Oh shoot. That's kind of funny.
Y'all need to figure out who your marketing agencies are, because they don't know how to strategically hit that demographic. What's happening in the U.S. right now with non-dental hygienists almost being able to perform dental hygiene services?
I think maybe about a month ago or so, it was definitely like at the height of like on social media talking about, oral prevention assistance and, getting rid of OPAs. Like you say, OPAs.
Opalopus.
And then also, trying to create pathways that literally like bypasses our entire like educational route. And so like that was like maybe about a month ago, and now it's kind of everything is hush hush for
Really?
now.
But is it
For
like
now.
actively happening?
Oh, I'm sure something's going to pop up, but it's like in one of those areas where like, okay, everything's quiet, because that's what's been happening. Like
Yeah.
something happens and then a few weeks goes by and it gets quiet and then something else
The
happens and
silence
it's just going to
before the storm.
yeah, like you could tell. So I'm sure that,
Interesting.
and I think legislation is in, I don't know what it's called, but like an off season
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. And then it'll pick back up like, and
Huh.
yeah, so.
That's so wild. We have something similar happening in Alberta, which is on the West Coast, where they would like to advocate for internationally trained dentists to become dental hygienists.
Which we have that too.
So the like verbiage is that they can provide reversible services, and those reversible services are scaling, fluoride, and X-rays.
Wow.
How do you
Oh my
reverse
God.
radiation? Because I didn't learn that one.
Wow.
Could you
that's
imagine?
interesting.
How do we reverse scaling?
Yeah.
Your
what does that
insurance didn't
mean?
pay, so I'm going to put the calculus back in your mouth.
Just a play on words, I guess.
I don't know.
Wow.
So that's what's kind of currently happening in our world.
Which I think we have that in Florida. Like it's full on. But the difference is that they have like testing. Like they
Yeah.
have to take like the NBDHE like we do and things like that. And I think that's kind of where like the difference lies in what has been tried to be passed before.
Written and clinical.
Yeah,
just written?
I don't know exactly, but I know that there is like they actually have requirements. It's not just
Yeah.
like, oh, you were licensed somewhere else, now you could be a hygienist here.
I don't think they haven't gotten that far yet. Currently, they are discussing what this pilot program should look like. They said that they have enrollment of like 25 people for this year, so they're going to pilot it with a small amount of people. Don't know how they decided who those
Candidate.
people are. Yeah, the candidates are. But our Ontario Dental Hygienist Association has like put out a paper, like a letter saying that they disapprove of this and that there should be some more considerations, because I think that they're probably just piloting it without any additional prerequisites.
Mhm.
But I find it wild because depending on where these people studied, even in a North American or highly developed country, perio scaling, perio protocols, periodontology in general is so limited. Like I know people that went to dental school in Toronto and like learned to scale for 5 minutes in year 1 and never picked up a scaler ever again. I wouldn't trust them in my
Yeah.
mouth, let alone someone from like, I don't know, the
Somewhere else.
middle of Africa. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
like what did that perio program look like?
Yeah, I know. It's scary to think about.
Yeah.
And assistants too.
Opas.
Opas.
Opas. I kind of want to interview an Opa. If there's anyone listening that's an Opa.
I don't even know if there would be already. Like, I feel like that would have to mean that they like passed it, created a program. You went in the program. I mean, maybe I don't
Maybe
know.
there's somebody.
I know that there is super scalers, and that's
What's a super scaler?
I don't know.
Super
So,
scaler.
yeah,
Sounds like a scaler
Yeah.
with an ultrasonic built into it.
it's
I think that's called a piezon.
yeah, it's liaison. Yeah, it's a dental assistant that can scale
Oh,
supra.
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 I thought you said super.
a super
Like
scaler.
Super scaler. Super scaler.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So they can debride supragingivally,
Yeah.
which means we're just going to leave the subgingival
Yes.
calculus for someone else.
Mm-hmm. And for disease.
Yeah, for fun. We're just going to leave it as a decorative piece.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well just brush your teeth, right? Supra.
It's the same thing. Let's see. What other questions do I have here? Okay, let's talk about like your new website is adorable.
Oh,
Let's pull it up for cuteness
Oh,
purposes.
jeez.
It's so cute. It's so pink. Everyone link is below. The most adorable photos. Like I don't know what's happening on this main page with you and the oversized Curaprox toothbrush and the oversized Zerk mirror, but I feel like this needs to be everywhere. What's the goal? If you could create like your perfect career based on what I see on your website, there's so many different awesome things. What would like a perfect week in your life look like professionally?
Like I feel like I want to create like a hygiene community.
Mm-hmm.
Something I don't know if you've heard the Call Her Daddy podcast. Who hasn't?
Have you seen my podcast branding?
Yeah.
It's literally
So
Call Her Daddy.
I'm like daddy gang,
Yeah.
but like plaque baddies and daddies.
Yeah. Mine are the Toothlifers.
I know.
Yeah, they're the Toothlifers.
I'm aware.
Yeah, very aware.
I don't know, running stuff like that. I like doing a little bit of like literally everything,
Yeah.
clinic, a little bit of speaking, talking to the students, meet and greets. Like
Yeah.
there's not just one thing. Like, and that's the best thing that I've found in this career is that I like to do all of these things. I feel like I used to just see it as, which is nothing, there's nothing wrong with just doing the one thing, but I just really
Yeah.
feel like I thrive in doing like 5,000 things.
It keeps things fresh too, and it keeps you getting good ideas, and then developing different parts of your skills.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. How do you think being a creator has made you a different clinician?
I think just in general, like I didn't even know that I had a creative side before starting social media. And that part has been really fun because you kind of just let your mind like roll with things and create stuff. And I just never got to like experience that before. So I really, really love that. And then I think too, like when you're practicing clinically and something happens like with a patient
Mhm.
or with the suction or whatever,
Yeah.
you like instantly think, oh, video.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I need
yeah.
to make
This
that.
is it. Yeah.
I need to make that into something.
Where do you document your stuff in the op? If you're in the op and you're like, I have an idea, but you're literally like in the mouth, elbow
No.
deep. What do you do? Do you
Don't.
take
I
the gloves
don't.
off and write it down?
No, I act like I'm gonna remember and then I forget.
I forget everything. Everything all the
I
time.
literally don't write it down and then I just hope that it comes back to me later.
I have a
Yeah.
hack for you.
What?
So I have a laminated sheet in my operatory. It's just like a white piece of paper. And when you use a laminated sheet, you write with it on a permanent marker. So I have a permanent marker that I wipe down after patients. I literally use my gloves and I write it on the laminated sheet. Then I take a picture of it and I have a folder in my phone with the idea. And then after the patient, I spray it with alcohol. 99% alcohol wipes it off. And then a cavi wipe.
Oh, that's
And then
great.
same thing, cavi wipe on the marker.
Yeah.
And then next patient.
Oh, that's so good.
So I just like,
Yeah.
write it down real quick. And then I'll just take a picture of it.
You're like,
with
hold
my
on really
phone.
quick. I just need to jot
I don't
something.
say anything.
I know.
I literally don't say anything. Like it takes 2 seconds, but I'll wait until like the thought has finished. Because in that whole appointment while you're in there, I don't talk very much. But then I've ruminated the thought. I'm like microscope video, this, and then I write it on the sheet.
That's
And then
so
I go
smart.
back into like, or I do it when they like sit up to rinse or when I finish flossing.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
yeah,
love that.
laminated sheet.
Thank you.
That's the hack.
I'm
with the
totally
permanent
gonna steal
marker.
that.
And then you can, borrow, take, whatever. But yeah, sometimes I'll do it on my morning huddle sheet, which I also laminate, and then I wipe it down. We all do the same morning huddle sheet, which people download from my website, and then I just write on it with a permanent marker.
So smart.
And the permanent marker has red tape on it, so we know never to use that on like an Invisalign case or something. It's like that cannot be.
Special marker.
Yeah, it's funny. What are some of your favorite posts that you've created that you feel have been like impactful? Like you get those messages after and like this really resonated or like thank you for doing this or saying this. Feel like those are really nice to hear feedback from people. What kind of things would you say you're getting feedback is like has been really helpful in people's careers?
I would probably have to say like the ones like I made one recently that was just talking about the mindset of like I'm not going to be able to become a hygienist and kind of just talking about that and I feel like encouragement posts or like being inspiring, but like I really love like the funny ones or like the meme ones. Those, I really like those, but I get a lot of feedback from like inspirational or like motivational posts. I'd say.
More students. You see your demographic is like students or just everyone. I mean, you have 100,000 people on your Instagram, so it's probably hard to quantify.
Yeah,
I went to the Coldplay concert and he was like Chris Martin was on the thing and he said something about these two people were like making out on the screen. And I post most of my lifestyle stuff as trials because they don't really perform well. So that post went viral and it got like 1.3 million views. But he said in the video, he's like, these people just came to the show to have 50,000 people watch them kissing. And then I was like, wow, like I don't have 50,000 followers on Instagram, but like combined I have more than that. So it's like a whole stadium full of people.
Yeah, it's wild.
Isn't that wild to think?
Yeah, it's always like you can't really comprehend it.
Right.
And even when you go to like in-person things and like people are saying hi to you, it's like still, I
Yeah.
don't know. At least that's how I like that. You don't. I
Yeah.
feel like the impact you don't really like
Yeah.
totally feel it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was in the room I lectured in that room yesterday and I walked in. I'm like, there's 2,000 chairs here. And I like went to do the sound check and I walked on the stage and I'm like, okay, so I guess we're here now. This is
Yeah,
like, I don't know when this happened, how this happened,
which is so awesome. Like,
but it's weird. And I hope it never becomes not weird.
yeah.
Who do you look up to? Like, who do you, aside from Call Her Daddy podcast, but like, who do you look at and you're like, I'm going to pull from some of this. I'm going to get inspiration from some of that. Like, where do you do your deep work, your thinking, your reading, your research?
I think when it comes to just content, I'm just like a For You page like scroller.
Yeah.
People that I like to see are like very relatable or like doing like lifestyle stuff. I don't really think I have like a one person. I would say like my favorite is Emily Kaiser.
Who's
She's
that?
she's huge on TikTok.
Okay.
She's a lifestyle creator and she just is incredibly relatable and like the content she makes, like you just feel like you know her, even though you absolutely you don't.
Yeah.
But it's like that. Like I love that. But yeah, I'm a For You page, I guess, just kind of find what I like and
I have like no dental stuff on my For You page.
yeah, I don't either.
It's so wild. It's absolutely insane that, I don't know, my Instagram doesn't want to load on my computer for some reason. But whenever I log in, it's absolutely crazy that very few posts are dental other than stories. I think stories, like it just pops up whoever you look at most frequently or who you search. But my reels are like nothing dental.
I actually don't even scroll on Instagram.
Really?
I'm full blown TikTok. Like,
Really?
yeah, and most of the time I will a little bit. Like I try to like get on there a little bit and engage and stuff, but for the most part, I don't really even look on there that much. But that is where I like do my DMs, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't check my DMs on TikTok.
I don't
check
even
them
know
on
how to do the
Instagram.
DM checking on TikTok. I
Yeah.
feel like it's just in a hidden area.
It kind of is. It
and
kind of
there's
is.
like so many hidden areas on TikTok.
Yeah.
So when you're posting on Instagram versus on TikTok, do you like just double post? So you're like post one place, download, and then post to the next place?
Yeah, so like TikTok allows you to like download or it downloads automatically without the watermark.
Yeah.
And so then I post it to Instagram, and I feel like I post way more on TikTok, like
Yeah.
6, 10 videos a day. Like it's kind of crazy.
Really?
And then Instagram, I just
How do you
like,
find the time to record them all?
I mean, it's just like, I don't know, pop it up and oh my gosh, I was just on the Irene's podcast, and post it up. I don't know. It's just different than Instagram. Whereas like it's
Yeah.
almost cringy to post like more than like a couple posts on Instagram in one day. Whereas TikTok, it's like not.
Yeah.
It's like normal.
Interesting.
So it's almost like your stories are just created into
Huh.
like a post.
See,
Yeah.
so I post on my stories like 6 to 7 times,
Mhm.
but I never post stuff that's in my stories on my feed.
On your
Everything that's
feed.
on my feed is all like
Edited and like
curated,
yes,
edited, like planned months and like calendars.
Mhm.
Like it's all over the place. So I would never. That's so crazy.
and it's so fun.
Yeah. I feel like I don't like oversharing.
Yeah,
I don't like
I don't either.
oversharing my personal life. And I know you don't share your personal life too.
Mhm.
I've had some like really sketchy things happen.
I have too.
People like outside my building, people sending me artwork that they painted.
Yeah.
That were like gifts and things.
Creepy.
Luckily, they don't know where I live exactly, but they'll send stuff to my office all the time.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I feel like my social media is, I do on TikTok, like I feel like you get to see more of like my personality more. But still I do like to keep my personal life private
Yeah.
for that very reason. I've had some very, very sketchy things happen and
Like what?
just like email. Yeah. And
From
just like
men? Oh.
yeah. And it just like gets freaky. Like, and then it's just you don't want to
Yeah.
mess with that kind of stuff. So I'm good.
They can find like
It's easy
people
too. It's
CSIs.
very
I mean,
easy.
we've been watching the unraveling of the CEO and his
Mhm.
HR manager at the Coldplay concert. Like they found out who he and she was
Very
in
quickly.
instance,
Mhm.
like quick, so fast. I feel really bad for them. Like obviously what you did was not right, but I feel so bad that their spouses didn't ask for this public fallout.
It's wild.
So,
God, I mean, just
like
God be careful. Like, I
It's
don't know what to
just
say.
everything is just everywhere. How do you deal with DMs and the not so
let's talk
nice
about it.
posts?
And ending up on Reddit. Oh, love it.
You told me you ended up on Reddit, and I didn't even. My mind did not even go there. So then I looked you up on Reddit,
Yeah.
and then I looked myself up on Reddit.
Oh no.
And I was on there.
Oh, were you?
I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, people like not liking that I own a practice and that hygienists should not own businesses and practices.
God forbid.
Yeah. God forbid someone should be a better practice owner than
Yep.
you, Doc. How do you deal with it?
It's been a journey for sure since the beginning, but now there definitely are those like few times where like it does start to get to me, but I have good friends in my corner that I reach out to and I vent to them about it, and sometimes no response at all is how I deal
Yeah.
with it. Other times I am so fast to click that block button, I don't even care.
That's good.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I am protecting my mental health over everything, and if you don't like it, then don't look at it.
Yeah.
I don't comment things like that on people's page or make videos about people like that. So like
Yeah.
I just quick to
Wait,
hit the
people
block.
have made videos about you?
Oh, 100%.
Why?
Because of talking about like how I don't agree with dental assistants taking a weekend course to scale, and just they don't agree with my opinion, and so they feel
Are they dental
that
assistants?
docs,
Oh.
dental assistants,
Yeah. Not hygienist.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen it yet. I try not
Like
to
they
look.
do it as a stitch?
I've been stitched. I've had somebody make like almost like a series. I've had people screenshot it, put it up onto Reddit, like many things, DMs, crazy stuff.
Wow.
But I feel like definitely like having the right people in your corner helps, and then kind of just like not. I mean, that's not why I'm not posting to piss people off. I'm
Right.
posting to improve patient care. So
That's
I just
the
keep
goal.
that. Yeah, I just keep that right here.
The goal in the end. The goal in the end is that we should be doing no harm to these patients that unfortunately most have very low dental IQ. Those patients that are in rural areas that will be happy that someone is able to clean their teeth or fix their fillings, but they're going to have a much lower dental IQ than someone who lives in a big city, and they see this person coming in providing dental hygiene services, and they're going to assume that they're a licensed graduated dental hygienist from an accredited school. So it's like that should be our ultimate goal. And the problem is dentistry and healthcare has become for profit. So people are going to do what people are going to do in the end to like pay the bills.
Yeah. And I think we focus a lot on like saying underserved or rural areas, but it's literally not just those places.
Oh, I know.
That you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why I feel like people use that
Yeah.
as a reason
Yeah.
to allow it, but it's like no, there is like a
Is
lack
someone
of
going to
care
draw
everywhere.
a circle, like a big radius circle around a big city
Yeah.
and say, OPAs are not allowed to work in this vicinity.
Yeah.
They have to stick to these other areas. No one's going to do that. No one's going to like confine the metropolitan areas and say, well, there is no need for you in this area because we have an oversaturation of qualified clinicians. No one's going to do that.
Nobody's going to do that. So
It would be nice if they did, though. I don't know what the circumference is in the United States measurements. You guys are in miles and we're in kilometers. I think you're it's like 2.2 or something.
I'm like, don't ask.
Yeah.
Oh, it is 2.2.
It's like 2.2.
Yeah.
But I'm
I'm like, wait, I know
I'm
that.
like, so like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to do the math, but no one's going to draw this big circumference circle and say you actually can't work. Because in dentistry, most dentists who are associates in practices have a circumference radius that they can't compete in the same circle. Mine is like 10 kilometers from my dentist, but I'm also near the beaches. So half of that is in the water. I don't know anyone that's getting their teeth cleaned on a boat, but that sounds like a cool business model. So she can't work in this radius. Like, why are we not doing that to make sure that the underserved people are getting treated by these clinicians?
But then it brings up the fact is like, okay, if you're in an underserved area, why should you have to be seen by someone who has not gone through the same education as a licensed dental hygienist?
Most of them are not even going to know the difference.
Exactly.
Because it might be the first time that they've had their cleaning in a decade or whatever that is. I was talking to somebody earlier of like, okay, so we know all of the problems and all of these consequences, but like, what are some cool solutions that we could come up with as clinicians? And I had this like idea of like, our government entities are trying to support certain programs, like, and we as clinicians want to do good for people. I would totally take a week off and fly or go to an underserved area if they were able to, like, do we have somewhere to stay? Do we have food? Like, I'll pay for my own flight. You can even pay me a lower amount per hour. Like, I'll take $50 an hour. And I can do my 1 week. Like, how do we not have this dental mission mentality in our own countries? But people are flying to Africa. I go to the Bahamas every year. Like, people are going to all of these other countries and spending tens of thousands of dollars to do great work. Like, not to discredit anyone. But why can't we do that here? And why can't it be supported by our government?
So true.
Her mind is blown. She's just like, wait.
Wait a second.
Brush with Britt now has her own. She's going to be spearheading this. I will volunteer.
Well, then we can't, like for us, we can't even work in other states.
Yeah, the reciprocity situation.
Yeah.
Certain states have this like volunteer thing. Like Montana has some sort of volunteer thing where you can apply for a volunteer license. That would be great. That we should be able to do that everywhere. Yeah,
it would help at least, but we don't have the option.
It's the consistency too. And that's one of the struggles that I have with mission work. As much as I've done multiple mission trips. I went to Honduras for my first one. Then I went to Africa for a month. And I went from Nairobi to Tanzania, which is across the border from Kenya, and then back up. But the problem with these trips is there isn't always continuity. So you'll go and then these people get care and then nobody goes back for so long. The one that I go to now every year is great because we go back the same time in December every time. They're trying to increase them. The same thing is going to happen here if we set up these like rural community-based dental programs. People will fly there, we'll do our great work, we'll make our TikToks, we'll like try and support them financially. But then if nobody sets something up that's permanent,
Yeah.
it's the same spiral
Same
cycle.
thing.
You can't prevent caries with just one fluoride treatment.
Yeah, I think too, like just allowing us to be in schools would be huge. Like I've seen things in Japan, in Sweden, where they're like in there teaching the kids. Prevention starts with education. Education starts from the very beginning. So like, why aren't we in schools?
And they are, but there are just so few dental hygienists that are able to work in that particular public health sector because of funding.
Yeah.
And they're not going to just let you and me walk into
It
an
gets
elementary
all-
school.
Mhm.
And I've had this conversation with like the in I don't know what it's like in the United States, but like our MP, our member of parliament for our neighborhood in Toronto. So Toronto has like multiple neighborhoods, and then each one of those neighborhoods, which is quite a big space, ends up having like a government person that reports back to the person that supports our entire province, and then they like it continues to go up. So that MP is my patient. His kid is my patient. And I said that to him. I'm like, why can't I just go to every local high school, elementary school, drop off a card and say, I will be more than happy to chat with your like health class. But they're like, no, you need to be like a government person to be able to work with these kids. And I'm like, I'm not working with them. I'm teaching them a slide deck on how to brush their teeth and floss their teeth. Like it's not part of a curriculum. And they're like, they won't let anyone that's not, and I get it, with children.
Yeah.
But they just won't let anyone walk in off the street. I'm like, I'm a reputable person. Like, you could Google me. Like, this is what I do for a living. They're like, no, you need to be part of the public health sector. And I'm like, cool. So get me part of the public health sector. They're like, well, there's very few jobs. And they only do like X amount of visits per school. They apply fluoride and do oral health checks. But that's it. Like, very little time for education.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Like I know that there have been, and I know there is hygienists in schools, but I also know there's some that have tried.
Yeah.
And then it's like all these like
Hoops
that you have to jump through. And I mean, same thing with like RDHAP in California, same exact thing. There's a lot of hoops you have to jump through in order to.
I wonder if it might be easier in like the daycare systems, like when they've got really little ones and like hosting events with their parents there.
Mhm.
That actually would be really cute.
I know, it'd be so cute. I'm like, what are you looking at?
I'm writing it down. I'm gonna write down the word daycare so I don't forget.
Yeah, I have no idea how that would work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're privately owned, so people pay like X amount of hundreds to thousands of dollars, but they probably do like events for the meet and greets and stuff. But that'd be really cool to do an oral care day at a daycare. I think that if anyone's listening to this and has done that before, like shoot me a message because that would be
So
really
cute.
cool, really interesting. I see a lot of kids in my office, so it's between Mayo, you did Mayo recently.
Yeah, I actually did that.
It's like a
Jeez.
couple years
Oh
now.
my gosh, yeah, I can't even remember.
Have you
2022?
implemented yet? That's the hardest part. It took me 2 years to implement.
I feel like not necessarily like not the exercises, but like just catching like tongue ties and things like that. But not to the extent of like anything that I feel like
Yeah.
other hygienists are doing
Yeah.
for sure.
That's the toughest part, especially if you don't work in a practice that is like supporting that as wanting to do more. Yeah, that's hard. It took
Yeah.
me 2 years to implement. Mind you, I was still building my practice and I didn't have my systems and my forms. So it took me some time to build that all. But I do that all through YouTube. So I created all of my exercises in YouTube videos
Oh,
and
that's
then I
cool.
assign them as private playlists. So they do like week 1, week 2, week 3.
That's
The
awesome.
tongue tie playlist, the pre-tongue tie versus post-tongue tie playlist, and then I do virtual check-ins. So the assessments are all done in person, but all of the exercises are
Have
done
you
on
ever
Zoom.
posted about that? I
No.
feel like I feel like
I
didn't
talk
know
about it on
that.
the podcast, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't post about it.
Yeah, that's super cool. I mean,
Yeah.
the program was awesome and you learned so much,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's definitely hard, but I still feel like it's such valuable information to go
Yeah.
through something like
I want
that.
to talk to Amanda. She was on the podcast. She was like one of my first podcast guest, and it was her very first podcast. She goes by the deaf hygienist, the deaf RDH. She left clinical practice recently and went strictly into just doing myofunctional therapy.
Wow.
I really want to talk to her now. I should reach out to her now. Think about it, but she's recently left clinical hygiene just to do myo, and
That's so cool.
I'm curious how she's doing. I think that's like a very underutilized designation, that and restorative for hygienists, and can be extremely profitable if done properly.
Mhm.
Ours is a subscription based model, so if they don't show up to their lessons and they don't do their lessons, I still bill them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Dang, that's so cool.
yeah, it's helpful. What else you want to talk about? What other thoughts you have? Life
let's
goals?
see.
Traveling? Going anywhere cool?
I am.
Wait, I also want to ask you about your IFDH award.
Oh, yeah.
Your, what was that called? World Hygienist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I went to IFDH in 2017, 2018 in Florence, Italy. And it was like the most incredible crew of people ever. Haven't been back since.
Go next year. It's in Italy again.
I saw
Milan.
that.
Let's
I saw
go.
that. I saw that. And there's so many people that I know that are still part of the organization. It's just always so far. So tell me about what that was all like and what was that all about?
So amazing. Like 10 out of 10 for sure.
10 out of 10. Recommend.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, I think that, getting in a room with hygienists from, everywhere that you live in the United States, well, where I live in the United States is awesome.
Yeah.
And that in itself, like as a new grad, is definitely like eye-opening. But then to be like in a room full of hygienists from around the world,
Mm-hmm.
like
It's
that's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And it, like you said, a group of like incredible like leaders in the industry. And you're just like, oh, this is like so much bigger than I imagined.
Yeah. And they all have such interesting initiatives. Like they all have different scope of practices. I
Mhm.
remember when I went, I met someone that was from Ireland, cute little tiny brunette. I can envision her now. And she had like the most beautiful accent. And she was doing so much in her country. So you're meeting like less than the 1%. Like the first person in the 1% that are all coming together in this like unified global place
Yeah.
and hearing stories, and you get ideas from them of stuff that is just not being talked about here. What was your award about? How did that happen? How did you get nominated, and what was that all like?
Well, you have to receive the award of distinction first in the United States, and then you're up for the running.
Is that the Sun Star?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And then you're up for the running of the World Hygienist Award, like the following year. So the World Hygienist Award is like every 2 years. So you first receive that, and then you're up for the running. And then at the time, they might change it. I have no idea, but you had to like write in a submission, and then you also had to create a video. And I think it went off of likes, and then there was like a panel or something too that had to like watch your stuff, read your submission, and then decide. So it was like between me and then one other person from the Netherlands.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. I think it's a great opportunity.
And if you win, do they pay for your trip?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Pay for your.
submitting my. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, they pay
I-
for your trip there.
yeah.
You get a dinner and you get to go to the conference. It's amazing. It's really, really cool. And what you were saying too about meeting the hygienist that you met there, I met a hygienist from Belgium,
Mm-hmm.
and they at the time they had just started getting hygienists there in 2018 or like 2019.
Yeah.
So that, when you're
Yeah.
in your little bubble, you don't
Yeah.
even realize, oh my gosh, there's like other places who don't even have hygienists yet. And there's also, like you said, their scope is different. So it kind of puts things into perspective of like all the things like you do have.
Yeah. I met someone who was organizing the first intake of dental hygienists in Saudi Arabia. Have you seen their Instagram account?
No.
So they have like the UAE Dental Hygienists Association. So it's like Dubai and like Abu Dhabi and all of the UAE. Their events, there's just like money flying from the ceilings. They're like all fabulous. It's like Ritz Hotel vibes. Everything looks like a wedding ceremony with these like 5-star. I'm like, I want to get invited
to that event
to that
every
one.
year.
Well, the IFDH, or the International
IFDH.
Symposium,
Oh, this
ISDH, the
ISDH.
yes,
Yeah.
it's gonna be in Dubai in 2028.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Habibi, Habibi, let's go to Dubai.
Yeah, heck
I'm
yeah.
down.
I want to go to all of them.
I'm
Like,
down.
take me to Italy.
I know.
Take me everywhere.
Feed me pizza and tell me I'm pretty.
Yeah,
That's all I need. I'm
you
just
learn
a
about
girl.
teeth and
I'm just a girl. Yeah, on a scooter with an Aperol spritz on the side.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for spending your last 40 minutes with me.
Thank
This
you
was
for
fun.
having me.
My pleasure.
I
If there's
love being
anything
here.
that I can ever do to support you,
Same, girl. Same.
let me know.
We're in it
World-
together.
Isn't it funny? It's like we are, but it's also so isolating.
Honestly,
It's like, yeah, I could do a whole
Yeah.
another episode just on that.
it is, but we're changing that. We're trying.
I'm trying our best.
We're trying.
I
We're
mean,
trying
I've
to
been in it
change
a while. I've been doing
Yeah,
I've been
you've been
doing
in it
this thing
longer
a
than me.
while. I've seen some shit. But it is really isolating. I think it's nice. Like I haven't seen a lecture while I've been here because I like connecting with people. I don't want to do virtual podcasts anymore. I feel like you don't really get to sit down with someone and like have a normal human conversation with them when you're over a screen. And it's nice that we get to do that in places like this. But I think people definitely should be more supportive of if anyone is listening to this, definitely be more supportive to the creators that are out there putting themselves out there. And I don't mean like being mean. Our initial instincts are always to find something negative.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to watch a video that's 30 seconds long and you're going to be like, remember that game? I don't, maybe you're too young for that. I'm a little older now, but there was this game, it was called Photo Hunt, and they would show you two pictures and you'd have to tap on the screen to figure out what the difference was. So there's like, I don't know, a dog sitting on a chair and one of them was wearing a pink bow and the other one's wearing a blue bow. And you'd have to tap on the screen to identify the difference. I feel like people do that now with social media and they're looking for the inconsistencies. They're looking for the negatives. They're looking for the barriers in the wrong spot or
Mhm.
like the patient's glasses are dirty or like just the things, the nitpicky things, but they're not seeing the good. So my message to the people out there,
Be nice.
just be nice. Just be nice.
Be
No, just be
nice.
supportive
Be supportive.
because it's
yeah.
not easy. The stuff that you put out and the work that you do, people don't see that. They're like, oh, it's just someone with their camera doing stuff. But no, there's intention behind it.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like there's enough negativity. And with everything that
Yeah.
dentistry is going through, it's much easier to be supportive than it is to just, I'm tired. So it's like,
So
I'm
tired. We're just
I'm
tired.
I'm tired. So like, can
We're
we be
just
happy for
tired.
a little bit?
Yeah, let's just be nice. All right, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in to the Tooth or Dirt podcast. Until next time, peace out, peeps.
Bye.
Bye.